Hi guys, I'm Nela and this is my very first episode of SmileTime Crafts. On SmileTime Crafts, we make many versions of real life items for you or your dolls to play with. So we make most of our items using paper, cardboard, or foil, but since our motto is don't got it, make it, feel free to use whatever you have at home instead of worrying about buying things that you don't already have. Okay, so for today's episode, we are going to be making a milk carton. This is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and start with the milk carton. So to make this milk carton, we are going to need a blank sheet of paper, some scissors, a blue and a black marker. I used a black Sharpie, and also we're going to need glue. I used wood glue. You guys can use Elmer's glue, a glue stick, or whatever kind of glue you have at home. And for this carton, I covered it in tape after I glued the parts together, so it would be completely waterproof, but that smudged the writing, so that's optional, you don't need tape. So we can start now. The first thing we're going to do is draw some cow print on a piece of paper. So now that we're done with the milk carton, we are going to measure and cut out the amount of paper we need to make this milk carton. This is what the basic shape of the carton should look like. These are the measurements that I made for my milk carton. You will be cutting the outline of this shape, and these trapezoid-like shapes will not be cut off, neither will these thin parts. They will be needed. This part is so that the glue will hold, and this is just the top. So you should fold these and this so that it will be easier to stick on. And these triangles also are to be folded, and they should not be cut out. And yeah. Now that we've cut out the parts that we need, we're going to fold and glue them together. Make sure you fold the parts that you outlined in pencil and crease them well so they don't try to go back to their flat form after you try to glue them together. So just in case you guys were confused when I was folding, I'm going to walk you through the folds step by step. So these parts, the big parts that I folded inwards to make the box, are these front, back, and the two sides. This little bottom here is the base of the carton. And this part that I folded inwards or backwards is this top with the cap on it. And this small part that is folded outwards is this little top part. So these little triangles that I put in are these parts that are going in to the carton, so it looks more realistic. And that's how I folded my carton. But since I'm going to be gluing it, I left a little extra parts at the bottom where I'll put the glue and also at the sides. So I can fold that one and glue it like this. So this is how I folded my carton. So with my cow print design, this is what it looked like. As you can see, it's the same basic outline. I did not cut out these small flaps. They're to be folded and you will glue them. So we do definitely need these small flaps. And I used cow print because milk comes from cows and I thought it would be a little more obvious. You guys can use any design that you want. The next step to making this milk carton is to glue the parts together. But before we do that, I think it will be easier to poke the hole where the cap of the carton will go, rather than doing it after we make the box. This is what it looks like after I cut out the hole. Now we're going to glue the parts together, and we're going to glue these little flaps that I said not to cut out. While I was gluing my milk carton, I put a white paper underneath it so I wouldn't ruin the surface that I'm working on. We're going to draw the cap into the shape and cut it out. So now we're going to use tape for this part because there's no other way to glue it. So we're going to just cut some very thin pieces of tape. And if they're too long, you can cut them in half. Okay, so now we can tape the cap together. Okay, so now we're going to glue this top circle to the cylinder. You guys can cut off any excess tape and we are done with the cap. Okay, so after you make the lid, you're just going to put it onto the spout that we made, and then all we have left to do is to draw and glue on a label. So we are going to use a marker and a very small piece of paper that will fit onto the front of our milk carton, and you guys can use any color marker that you want. I'm going to be using a sky blue marker. This is the original. This is the one we just made now. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed making the milk carton with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also to turn on your post notifications not to miss another video. Love you. Bye.